What's going on, folks? This is Steve Tucker. We are here with Race Day Live, and we are here for the finale, Homestead Miami Speedway, the SRU Xfinity Series, and it is a big one today. Big, huge field today as we wind down this SRU Xfinity Series season. It's going to be an incredible time here in Miami. Always a good time here at Homestead to finish a season, just like it should be, I feel like. So it's going to be a great time right now. We're going to jump into qualifying today. It is a big one for sure for these guys. 4 drivers going for the championship. We'll get to that in just a second. But today is the Hannah Hurlbut Memorial Championship race. So big implications. A lot of emotion going on too as well. So definitely want to just put on a good show, right? For unfortunately the lost loved one, and we're going to do that today for sure. But tonight, 200 laps here at Homestead. Going to be a big race. 2 stages, laps 40 and lap 80. So a big time right now. A long race. You got to just attrition, tires, fuel, the whole thing, right? So we will see how these drivers can handle that as we get down trackside for qualifying. Let's go and see how we're doing right now. Keith Hurlbut right here in the 19 comes on the track. Danny Story, here he comes right here, that 87. Again, like we said a second ago, big field today. Gonna have over 25 cars, give or take. So that's gonna be amazing right here for this track. Obviously a 1.5 mile track. It's not a typical D-shaped oval, but it's basically like a long oval, I guess you could call it. So a lot of fun here today. Multiple groove racing, we'll see that for sure today. High line, low line, all depends on where these cars can work. Right now, Danny Story up on the top. Jeff Gilmore coming around. Kyle Munson, one of your Championship 4 drivers, has come out right now with a 34.07. So right now, who is the hungriest? Who will get themselves a championship today? Man, it's going to be incredible. So folks, on the left side of your screen, the left side, watch out for the 4 drivers with the red banner around them. Those are going to be your 4 championship 4 drivers. And they are going to be battling each other. This is a unique format, obviously. If you watch the real thing, then you know that, hey, this comes down to who can finish ahead of the other ones, right? So it's going to be a big race to figure out who that person will be. It's not going to be easy, right? I mean, a lot of drivers on track. It's not just 4 guys you're competing against. It's 25 in this scenario. So we will see a lot of different things happen for sure. You know, if you were with us last week, man, that was interesting to say the least at Iowa. iRacing servers went down and a couple of drivers got pulled from that session. Same thing with us as well. So not the ideal situation as far as broadcasting, and also unfortunately the second to last race in the championship for these guys. But hey, sometimes those things happen, and it is all good. But right now, Jim Kummelsberger out on track right now. Kyle Munson currently in P3. Jerry West, John Held, and then our 4th man right here, Jim Kummelsberger. Those are your top 4. Dustin German comes up to the top, 33.63. Very fast lap right there. But then Jerry West, hold on now, 33.61. Extremely fast for him. Very good lap right there for Championship 4 contender. Jim Kummelsberger right now 13th place. Austin Salyers right here in that number 16 Harpoon Design Machine, looking good today. In the 14, Robbie Darnell on track. Look at that golden green, man. Woo, looking good. Chris Spencer. Here he is, looked really fast in Iowa last week, but again, unfortunately, ran into some issues But yeah, Jerry West right now on top with a little under 20 seconds left to go in qualifying. So a lot of guys deciding not to qualify, it would appear like. So definitely interesting for a bunch of these guys. It's a tough thing, right? I mean, if you're one of these non-championship drivers, you want to kind of stay out of the way, but you also want to race. It's definitely interesting for sure. Well, right there, folks, that will end qualifying. Jerry West is going to be your pole sitter. So, hey, a Championship 4 driver already making a statement today. Jerry West out front. Very, very cool. So right now, we're going to let these guys grid up real quick, and then we are going to get down to qualifying in the starting grid today. Homestead, Miami Speedway, man, sun is starting to set. This thing will end under the night. And as you've always seen, man, Homestead, Miami is just the perfect vista for a finale. And as we see these drivers starting to grid up, we'll join trackside and show off your starting grid. Chris Pfaff right now. Here he is. A couple guys on the grid aren't showing up just yet, so we'll wait for them. But Jerry West going to be your pole sitter today. Dustin German P2. Looking very solid right there. Chris Pfaff rolling off third place. Jeff Gilmore, P4 right there for him. Great starting spot again for him. Kyle Munson, again, another championship driver. Watch out for him today as he gets through the field and starting in P5. Mark Koshik, 6th place right there. Awesome job. Zach Deutscher, P7. Kevin Roy, 8th place. Danny Story rolling off P9. Jason Cavaney rolling off 10th. Jim Kolmsberger, the third out of the 4 drivers for that championship hunt. Keith Hurlbut rolling off P12. John Held, there he is, that 4th driver, the final 4 of the championship. Watch out for them, folks. Austin Salyers right there, 14th place. Kyle Heath in 15th. Michael Yarrow in 16th place. Brandon Sheets rolling off 17th. Chris Spencer 18th place. Zach Rongich rolling off 19th. David Cassidy 20th. Robbie Darnell, 21st place. Larry Blair in 22nd. Cliff Ashley, 23rd. Mike Chamberlain rolling off from that 24th spot. John O'Brien, 25th. Jason Adams, 26th place. Art Milne in 27th. And then rounding up the field, Robert Chiswick. So that, folks, is your top. That is the grid. 28 cars today on track. And there he is, your pole sitter, Jerry West, out of Louisville, Kentucky. Big moment for him. Can he find himself into that winner's circle for the championship? We're about to find out real soon. So they are going to extend the caution here. We're going to have a bit of a pre-race moment here. Again, just in celebration of the life of Hannah Hurlbut. I believe right now we're going to see Keith Hurlbut actually make his way to the front of the pack here. And we're going to have Keith honorarily lead some laps here under yellow before we get this race going. Obviously, just a tragic loss with Hannah. And yeah, I mean, right here we're gonna just celebrate her life. So we'll stay silent for a second, folks, and let him lead these laps. Just a beautiful tribute right there for Keith Hurlbut, and obviously just celebrating the life of Hannah Hurlbut. So he will resume back to his normal starting spot around P12. And then we're about to get this championship race underway, folks. So Jerry West going to be leading us off right here. He is the pole sitter, and he is going to lead us off right now. 28 cars. Absolutely huge race. Lots of emotion, but also lots of passion. Who wants to win this championship? But even if you're not in the championship hunt, you got to get that win, right? You want to get that win. You know there's a championship going on. 4 drivers around you are going to try and get that win and that championship. But what can you do for your sponsors, for your team, for your own season? Pace car light's still on, so we're going to go one more lap around, and then Jerry West is going to lead us off here for this championship race. Big moment here. A lot of nerves, I'm sure, that 00 car. You get a chance to lead this field. Big field, 28 cars. It all comes down to this. And I believe, folks, actually, if my notes serve me correctly, this is actually the biggest field of the season. So a lot of support here being shown again for Hannah, but also this series. So great to see everybody in the chat today. Big thanks to you for watching this and for being a part of Race Day Live as well as the Sim Racing Unleashed Xfinity Series. So big thanks to you. Right now we're going to get this race underway. 200 laps, big race, long race right here. Right now the mark is lap 40. That will be stage 1. And Jerry West going to lead us off right here. Pace car in front. We'll take that hard left turn here momentarily. And there he goes. Geico restart zone, green flag already in the air, and we are live for the championship race. Just like that, lap 1 underway right now. Jerry West still maintains that lead in that 00 car, looking very good. Dustin German making a move here for P2. Back a little further back right now. We have a big battle right here. P7. Zach Deuscher right now looking good. Down low. You'll see multiple lanes here, folks, work very well, especially right now in the daytime. Loose conditions, outside lanes fast. Up against that wall. And you can see it right now. Once the daytime goes away and that moon comes out, we'll see a lot of these guys stick down to that bottom. They'll have grip, but right now we are seeing the outside lane work beautifully and the inside lane. Very good right here. Kyle Munson down low to Chris Pfaff, trying to get to the front, trying to get to Jerry West. Again, Jerry West has not won a race this season yet. He has come so close, but man, getting that pole has to be a huge confidence booster to start off your championship race. We have a long way to go. Lap 4 right now. Lap 40 is stage 1. These boys are all settling in right now. That 25, David Cassidy up high. Looking pretty good right there. That 38 behind him. Trying to track him down. Further on back, and a lot of battles right here in the back. Garver still trying to figure it out. Brandon Sheets up high. Look at this battle right here, though. Jim Kommelsberger not where he wants to be right now in P18. And he has John Held right next to him, too. So 2 of the 4 championship drivers side by side right here. Ooh, a little bump right there, maybe, from Kommelsberger. Things getting a little spicy already today at Homestead. Further up, Mark Koshik already taking that high line. Has a great qualifying job right here. Qualified 6th place, so an awesome job. Trying to get himself to the front of the pack. Jerry West does not slow down at all. Zach Deutscher in P2. We know he's fast. Awesome job so far. A couple of movers right here. John Held up to 16th place. Biggest mover on the track right now is actually Chris Spencer in P11. He's up 7 spots. Doing very, very well already early in this race on lap 8. Plenty of race still to go right now on lap 8. But as we see, battles everywhere. Look at this. Jim Kommelsberger in the middle in the high line. And then Brandon Sheets way up high right there. Takes the outside lane. You get a really good exit on the exit of these corners, especially 2 and 4. Really good job so far. You can really see, man, how close he is to that wall. Gonna get a big run here on that number 11 in front of him. Very cool shot right there. Jerry West might be under fire here from Zach Deutscher. Looking extremely good. And again, if you're Jerry West, if you're Kyle Munson, any one of these Championship 4 drivers, you don't need to necessarily win the race. All you have to do is finish ahead of the other 3 drivers. So everybody in that red right there on the left side of your screen, watch out for them. Those are your final 4 drivers. Man, Mark Koshik is just riding that high line still. It's working pretty well. But this sun's going down pretty quick, folks. Great shots right here. Zach Rongich way up high in that 38. Whew. Almost kissing that wall. But that's fast. Nice and close to that. Oh, big wreck right in the back. Chamberlain. Robbie Darnell, excuse me, gets spun out. We saw that in the background. Our first caution of the day on the lap 11. Darnell goes around right here. Doesn't hit the wall, so a great job by recovering that and not spinning it out. We'll take a look back at it. Looks like he might have bounced off of Chamberlain or John O'Brien, but kept it going right there. Take a look and see what started this in turns 1 and 2. In the middle right here, comes down low. Kevin Roy on the outside right there. Oh, Kevin Roy comes down just a little bit. And then, yeah, just kind of check slams into that 44, unfortunately, of Darnell, and off he goes. But hey, no harm, no foul, no damage, it looks like. So, looking pretty good. Either way, though, that'll be our first caution of the day. On lap 11, lap 13 now, though. Jerry West is leading this race. Long, long race, folks. But hey, sometimes endurance, it matters. You have to get to the front. You have to just, again, fuel, tires. It comes down to a lot of different scenarios in these long races. And right now we're going to do that. So I don't anticipate any fuel or any tire stops right now. I think we're going to just kind of hold the line and go back green here in just a second. But in the meanwhile, folks, let's go and thank our channel sponsors. We'll come right back. All right, folks, we are back to the Hannah Hurlbut Memorial Championship race today for the SRU Xfinity Series. And right now we're under yellow for our first time on lap 14. Have a bit of a way to go until we get to our first stage on lap 40. Right now, Jerry West is your leader. Also won the pole. So right now, out front, as one of the Championship 4 drivers, looking very good. We're still pacing right now for this first yellow, so should go back green here momentarily. But so far, a great race and an awesome, awesome season. This season was so far, I mean, as we're going with one to green right here, man, just awesome. Very good stuff. You can watch all the races back here on Race Day Live. We have a whole playlist for them. So definitely proud to be a part of this league right here, and obviously a great time with all these guys, all these drivers. During the race, after the race, it's always a fun time around them. So really appreciate them having us on board for this season. Really love what this partnership ended up being. So really cool to see. It'll be nice to for these guys to take a breather after the season and enjoy the holidays coming up, and the start of the new year. So it'd be awesome to see how that starts. But yeah, Jerry West right now going to be your leader. Zach Deutscher on the outside in P2. So pace car will pull in just a second. We're going to go back green, folks. Hey, in the chat, let me know who's your favorite today. Who's your pick to win the championship or the race itself? Maybe it's the same person. Maybe it's not. We have 4 drivers. Everybody on the left side of your screen in that red banner, they are your championship 4. So watch out for them. Right now, though, that pace car going to turn down left, and we are going back green here at Homestead. Jerry West takes us away. We're back green. Dives it down low, makes a great move right there. Zach Deutscher chooses the outside early. Pretty good. 3 wide though in the back. Chris Spencer way outside that 16. Michael Yarrow. So far, so good. A great restart by these guys. And further on back, we're seeing Danny Story getting passed by a few guys. Jim Komelsberger making his way back up. He's in P18 right now. He's losing spots. At 22, Chris Pfaff looking very, very fast today. Hasn't gotten to the front just yet, but look at this Jason Cavity as well. Under pressure by a few drivers. Kyle Heath as well. Kyle Heath won last week's race, keep in mind, so watch out for him as far as speed-wise. He can definitely find himself to the front right here. Some of these guys decide to qualify, or I guess not qualify, for a reason. Try and give themselves a challenge. And right now, we're going to see probably him get to the front. Zach Rongish right now, look at him. Moving his way up. Awesome job right there. Jerry West still under fire a little bit from Zach Deuscher, but not quite just yet. Dustin German, his teammate. Keep in mind, Dustin German's not in this championship hunt, but he is teammates to Jerry West. So how do you help your teammate win this championship if you can't? You block for him late. What do you do? So we'll see how that works out later on in the race right now. A long way to go. Single file for quite a while here. All these guys looking very good. Mark Koshik started up really high. He's down 13 spots right now on P19. Looking very good. Mark Koshik, look at the outside lane. Mike Chamberlain in a new ride today. Not a bad looking car right there. Monkey butt on the side of that car already. Hey, why not? Some changes for positions right here. Look at this. Kyle Munson up to P4. Keith Hurlbut making a move down low as well. Awesome job for him. Very good right here. Jerry West still up front. Zach Deuscher. Munson, this is the fight I think we should be watching right here. Kyle Munson clawing his way to the front of the field. And the great thing about these stages too, folks, I mean, lap 40 and lap 80 will be our stages. They don't necessarily need to get points. It's not about points today for these guys. It's just about who can finish ahead of the other three when the checkered flag waves. So right now, Jerry West, yeah, he looks great. P1, lap 23, but it's a long race to go, and anything can happen. Three wide right here, or two wide, excuse me, right here. Austin Salyers, David Cassidy. Uh-oh. David, who was that? I believe that was Mike Chamberlain. Got real loose on a turn two. Jerry West out front still, looking very good. You can tell he put the practice in. This is one of those tracks that, hey, if you put the practice in, you can definitely make sure you have your own success. I mean, again, tire strategy, saving tires, right? That's a huge thing. Green flag racing, we'll see a lot of it today. If you can manage those tires, that's the big one. Big move right here. Mike Yarrow and then Chris Spencer up high. A couple of drivers making some moves here. And you can just see that run that Spencer got off of that corner. Watch this. He'll take the high line again. He's going to get a great exit. Watch the gap he closes up on to that 22. Down this back stretch. Definitely gained some time there. John held him back right here. Gaining some spots as well. 13th place. He's moved up quite a bit, so that's great news for him. Mike Yarrow. This little pack right here, this is fighting pretty hard. Mike Yarrow, Chris Spencer. Very tough right here. Keith Hurlbut in P10, up 2 spots right now, so a great showing. He was up front quite a bit. He was up to like 5th a second ago. So he definitely has some speed in the number 19. Looking very good today early on lap 27. Jason Caverney up in the middle lane. Jeff Gilmore down low. Had a great qualifying effort, but right now 9 spots down, so not too good right there. That car is not exactly working the way he wants it to. But look at this pack. About to be 3 wide maybe in a second. We thought maybe that car would go up high, but he did not. 2 wide. Darnell actually right here up to 16th. A second ago he was wrecked. He brought out that first caution. And right now back up to 16th place, so definitely fast. Obviously making his way back through the field right now on lap 29. Jerry West, though, crosses the line. And we're just about 10 laps away from the end of stage 1. So we are knocking on the door already of our first quarter of the race. But this is one of those interesting things, folks. These guys aren't necessarily used to a long race. Most of these races this season have been about 100 laps, maybe 125 laps, give or take, on this style track. But 200 today is a massive undertaking. And it just shifts your perspective completely, right? These first 2 stages are kind of extra. The whole second half of the race is what this would normally have been. So it just takes a lot of endurance, a lot of tire strategies and holding on to them. I think we're going to find a lot of guys figuring it out as they go. I'm seeing a battle right here, man. Whoa. Jason Caverney and John Held. Looking very solid. Hurlbut right there on the high line. Good job for them right here. Cliff Ashley in that 20. Making his way up. He's plus 10 spots right now, so he is definitely finding some speed. Looking pretty good. Jim Koensberger right now in that number 11. Right now running 4th out of the 4 championship drivers in that Hess machine, so definitely has to find something later on in this race. Right now it's not going to cut it. Hey, 18th place will work, but the other 3 have to be behind you. Up front still, Jerry West looking very dominant, has led every single lap so far. And then right now, Zach Deutscher in P2, looking very, very good. So right now, an awesome job for him. Chris Pfaff, though, I'll tell you what, we saw him earlier in the season quite a bit. And this man's got some speed. And right now, we're seeing him catch up to the field a little bit, almost knocking on that top 5 door. But the guy who's passing him right now, Kyle Heath, he is making his way up to the front very quickly. Up to P6 right now, has gained 9 spots on the field. Again, Iowa winner, very, very fast. So we'll see him definitely make a run here for sure. Kyle Munson right now in P5, looking pretty good. This is a good spot to stay in for now. I mean, there's still plenty of race to go. You don't need to beat Jerry West just yet. But for now, this is a great spot to be in. Some big battles right here, I think. Keith Hurlbut, Mike Chamberlain. A couple of drivers just had a bit of a moment there for a second, but so far, looking very strong. At 19 looking very good today, Keith Hurlbut. We'll definitely talk to him a little later on once we talk to our winners in the top 3. So definitely want to get a word with Keith. So we'll do that. Again, he led the tribute laps at the beginning of this race, so very good moment there for sure. Dustin German kind of making a run right here. He's in P3 right now in that 66. He was one of the drivers who were involved in the purge last week, as I like to call it, when the servers went down during our Iowa race. That was a great... that was fun. Not really, but I mean, it was definitely an interesting moment for sure. So had a good run going, but right now he's making up for it for sure in that 66. Again, we mentioned it earlier, but he's a teammate to Jerry West, so he looks fast as well. I'm curious to know what he's going to do later on in the race to maybe ensure that his teammate Jerry West gets that championship. We're going to find out. Right now we are 3 laps away from the end of stage 1. Looking very good so far. Long race. Brandon Sheets moving up. Bunch of guys still using the outside lane here. Rongich getting passed right here on the outside lane. Kyle Heath trying to make a move around for a top 5. Got a little wiggly right there. Can't quite make that work. But so far, so good. Chris Spencer, man, he showed a lot of speed last week. But again, didn't have that result he wanted. Looking very good today. This back of the field, this is pretty jam-packed right here. Mark Koshik, Denny Story right there. These guys fighting for some spots. Again, tires can't be too happy right now in that car. Loosey-goosey, I'm sure you can see the wheel. But there it is. Jerry West, yellow flag is out. And that will be for the conclusion of stage 1. So Jerry West is going to be your pole sitter, but also your stage 1 winner. So an awesome job for him in the 00 car. A great start for his championship race today at Homestead, Miami. Zach Deutscher, P2, Dustin German, P3. Kyle Heath, 4th place, and then Zach Rongich in P5. So right now, our second caution, but it is stage 1, the conclusion of it. So right now, we will let them come back around to the pace car. We're going to go back and thank our sponsors real quick, folks. And then we'll come back and we'll talk to Jerry West. All right, folks, we are back for the championship race, and right now it is pit time, man. Everyone's coming down pit road right here. Jerry West, your pole sitter, gets that first spot. 4 tires and fuel. We're going to see the whole pack come down right now. Who's going to lead off first? Again, Jerry West has that number 1 spot, so he should be off first. Here he comes at the line, Jerry West. A good spot for him right now. Let's try and bring him in here real quick if we can. try and sneak him in here. Where's old Jerry West? There he is. Hey, Jerry. It's Steve in the booth, man. You got me?
Yeah, 10-4, Steve. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good, dude. Hey, stage 1 winner and also pole sitter. Right now, you're looking pretty sharp. This is exactly what you need to start this championship race off and to try and win it for yourself. How's the car feeling, man? What are you going to do to win this race or win this championship?
Yeah, it couldn't have started off any better for us, you know. Especially the pole. I was really surprised to get that. I usually don't go for it, but I guess we hit it just right, better than everybody else. Car feels good, man, a little loose. We're just kind of trying to stay steady pace, but ahead of Zach. You know, he's putting a little pressure on us there early, but we just got to stay focused and hit our marks. And I think we might be able to pull this off, but it's definitely a long way to go, so anything could happen.
Yes, sir. To your point, long way to go, about 150-ish more laps, so also one more stage as well on lap 80. So, yeah, man, good luck rest of the way, and we'll catch you later.
All right, thank you.
All right, there he is, Jerry West, your stage 1 winner. I mean, he said it right. A long race left to go. It's only lap 43, so we have a long, long way to go still and one more stage. A lot can happen. Caution flags. Man, all kinds of stuff. But right now, if you're Jerry West, you like where you're at. You're in the front. You've got a fast car. The perfect ingredients to win the championship. But if you're Kyle Munson, hey, you know what? You're in 5th place. You've got speed. You're doing pretty good. Holding on to your tires well. What will it take to just get to the front and get ahead of Jerry West to compete with him? Right now, hasn't really quite shown that, but is he holding back a bit? That could be the case too as well, but we've seen Kyle Munson usually show up to these races later in the races. Very, very good finisher of races, so we'll see how Kyle Munson can handle that. John Held, right now in P12, is up 1 spot from the starting spot, so not a bad day so far, but again, has to find something to compete with his championship rivals, and then Jim Kumsberger, the same thing. So far in the back of the pack, majority of the race. Doesn't really show like he has the speed necessarily, but hey, you know what? This is one of those things, right? Even getting to the Championship 4 is so difficult. So just getting here is a huge accomplishment for a lot of these guys, and definitely hats off to them. But right now, pace car is going to be turning off. We're going to go back green here on lap 45. Lap 80 will be stage number 2. Geico restart zone. Jerry West in the front. Green flag in the air. We are back green. Yet again, a fantastic start for Jerry West on the outside lane. Dustin German down low, though. What can he do? Kyle Heath up high. John Held trying to make a move right here. He's down low. He got a little push right there. It looks like from the 20 of Cliff Ashley. But making it work for sure. A little slide job in the back right there. Robert Chiswick tried drifting around turn 2. I mean, made it work. He kept it going straight. Hats off to him. We stay green right now. Jerry West out front still. Dustin German holding on to P2. We have a battle though for a top 5. Kyle Munson trying to get around Zach Rongich. Looking very good so far. Single file, though. Already. Side by side, though, Danny Story. And then Mike Chamberlain. Side by side going down low. Looking pretty good. Chiswick again had that issue a second ago. Still looks pretty good. But this field has strung out. That's the thing, I think, if you're one of these you know, championship drivers or even one of these guys who want to have a good finish, right? Maybe use that first stage as a test, right? Wear the tires out, you know, do different things that you maybe wouldn't do second half of this race. See what happens, right? Take that stage 1 and learn from it, and then apply that to stage 2 and then the second half of the race. So right now, I believe we're probably going to see somebody do just that. Solid effort by all those guys right there. John Held. Jason Cavaney making a pretty good run right here. Down 5 spots, but overall not too bad. Cliff Ashley, though, right now up 12 spots. Zach Ronkish up 15 spots. So a lot of guys on the move right now. Dustin German, though, he is right there behind Jerry West. I'm not sure if he's going to try and pass him right now, but he is right there. Great job so far. Look at this, though. This pack, Chris Spencer leading off Salyers. A lot of guys right here trying to make moves. I think this is one of those things that's frustrating, right? You're back here, you know you're fast, but then you have to just get through the field. But unfortunately, getting through the field typically wears out more tires than it normally needs to be. So it's hard to save, but also to get to that front of the pack. Out back, though, John O'Brien. Look up to these guys. John O'Brien in 23rd place. Got some smoke there a second ago. What was that, man? Look at this pack right here. I think we've got a little spicy. Kolmsberger, Kevin Roy. Tell you what, if you're Kolmsberger, you do not want to see smoke around you. These guys need to race clean. Right now, that 11 car finds himself in the hornet's nest a little bit. Riding on board him. He's trying to take that down low. Car looks kind of tight right there on entry. Oh no, big wreck right here actually. Jason Cavaney hits the wall as we're watching on board. Man, Cavaney, huge wreck right here. Big damage on the right side. He's keeping it going though, so he'll definitely get back down to pit road. These drivers get 2 fast repairs for this race, and this will most likely be one of them for him. So unscheduled pit stop for Cavaney. Unfortunate for sure. Man, oh man, already Jim Kolmsberger, I believe, might have some damage though. We'll take a look at that for sure. Potentially on that right side of the car. We were riding on board with him and he just was right there when it happened. Maybe no harm, no foul there for Kolmsberger in the number 11 car, but looking pretty good. But right now, Jerry West out front still of Dustin German, 0.2 of a second lead. Looking very, very fast today in that 00. I'll tell you what, right now, this performance, 56 laps in, is very, very impressive to me. It's tough to kind of put yourself in the mentality, right, of just setting yourself up for a race in general, but in this case, a championship race. To get the pole, to be this fast, to show the speed you have, definitely impressive right now. So we'll see if Jerry West can win his first race of the season and the championship Obviously, we are far away from the end of this race, so a lot can happen. But right now, Jerry West definitely looking the best out of our Championship 4 drivers. But back to the update real quick on the backpack. Right now, Robert Chiswick had some issues a second ago. Right now, finds himself in P24, so looking pretty slow. I'm not sure if he has enough damage to maybe slow that car down, but we'll see about that. Mark Koshik in P23. He's down 17 spots. I'm not real sure what the deal is here. He had a great qualifying effort, and right now finds himself way in the back of the pack, so not sure I understand what happened there, but we'll try and catch up on that. John O'Brien right in front. 22nd place. Art Milne. Haven't seen much about him this season, so new driver on the track today, the number 15 car. Mike Chamberlain, David Cassidy in the back, and then Jason Cavaney. We just saw him a second ago have that damage. Right now he used that fast repair. He's back on track, a lap down. The yellow flag does come out. He will get that lucky dog. Right now, though, has those fresh tires, so that might help him as well, too. Jim Kommelsberger, though, in 16th place. Needs to find some speed here in the second half to really make sure he can be a contender for the championship. John Held as well. B13 won't cut it. Has got to find himself to the front. We've seen him have some speed. John Held especially. He has shown speed. He's been on poles. He's running really, really well. It's a matter of getting to it and figuring that part of it out. Right now, Jerry West still out front. 0.3%, almost 0.4 out in front. Looking very solid right now. Austin Salyers in P8 looking pretty solid. Has found himself up to the front. Right now, 6 spots up. He is getting there. Looking very, very good in that Harpoon design machine. Awesome looking ride there. Robbie Darnell. Hey, don't count Robbie Darnell out, man. He had that first stage incident, that yellow flag that came out, got spun out down by the apron in the backstretch. And look at him now. P9 up 12 spots. So very, very fast car right there for him. Ooh. We heard one driver in the wall right there. Kissed the wall pretty hard. Not sure who that was. Don't see any damage on the right side of these cars, so aren't sure just yet, but looking pretty good. Cassidy and Chamberlain getting past right here. Solid ride there for Chamberlain. Looking good today, as always. Well, Kyle Munson right now finds himself in P7, so down 2 spots. But again, 63 laps into this race. Lap 80 is the stage 2 end. So we are winding this thing down right now, folks. I think it's a great time to go and do our race day live nonstop. We'll go and thank our sponsors, but you will not miss one moment of racing. We'll come right back. All right, folks, we are back for the Hannah Hurlbut Championship race today. And man, we just saw Brandon Sheets knock down that wall a little bit. looking pretty good though. Holding on to it pretty strong. Lap 66, we're about 13, 14 laps away from the conclusion of stage 2. And Jerry West is your leader right now. But Michael Harrow making a move right here. He is looking pretty quick. In P5, up 11 spots. We didn't necessarily see this in stage 1, but here he is. Looking very fast today. And as this battle rages on, I just want to say thank you real quick to everybody watching at home and or wherever you may be. Appreciate all you folks for watching and just supporting the channel and supporting especially the Sim Racing Unleashed Xfinity Series. All these guys putting in some hard work and making this league work so well and look so good. So we appreciate you guys for being here and watching along. And right now for this championship race, a lot is going down. Big one right here today. Jerry West, though, is absolutely putting on a show in P1. Has led so far every single lap in that 0-0. Just an awesome performance here for him and his whole team. But again, long race to go, not even halfway for this championship edition at Homestead Miami Speedway. Almost back up to 15th, so these guys are still starting to make their moves. 10 laps to go in stage 2. John Held in P12. Onboard John Held right here. We can really see kind of what he's dealing with in this driver's seat. Is the car loose? Is it tight? About to kind of find out. Seems like he's kind of tiptoeing into that entry. Not really sending it in, so it looks like that car might be kind of loose on entry, definitely loose on exit. And as you can see, that sun is setting in turn 2. So shortly, folks, we will be completely under the lights. Have a couple battles right here brewing up for the top 5. Jerry West is way up front, but look at this right here. Zach Deuscher, Zach Rongich, and then Kyle Heath. These guys are all making a move right here. These guys are really, really fast. Zach Rongich. Haven't seen him much in this series, but I know that name from a couple other series, and I'll tell you what, he is a very good driver, especially in these cars. And watch out for him today. He's in P5. Long way to go still, but he is one of those drivers that can get it done. So we'll see how that works out at the end. Michael Yarrow, though, he is putting on a performance up to P3 in the number 16 car. He has found some speed. So we'll watch for him to definitely, looks like, get to the front of the pack right here. And again, another driver we haven't really seen much of this season, you know, in this Xfinity Series. I believe, actually, this might be his first race with this league. And right now, man, look at him. He is just cruising. Down low, about to catch Dustin German here. See what kind of line he takes here in turn 3. Nice arc right there into turn 3. And back on the gas. Not too bad. But man, he is on his move. A lot of the drivers, though, not really choosing the outside lane. We're seeing Rongich choose it still. But again, I've got a feeling as the sun goes down, we're going to see that high line kind of go away. Because the track grips up, that low line becomes quicker. We'll see how it works for sure later on in this race. But man, Robert Chiswick actually back on pit road. So here he comes. Looks like an unscheduled pit stop, potentially. We are 5 laps away from the stage 2 conclusion. Brandon Sheets in P12 making a move right here as well. Way outside on the high line. Chris Spencer finding his way back to the front. Up 10 spots for Chris Spencer, so he's making a move here too. Getting himself up to the front. This is important. You want to set yourself up for a good second half of the race. So at the end of the stage 2, get to the front, get that cleaner air. Looking very, very solid right now. Lap 76, 4 laps away from stage 2. Right now on lap 77, Jerry West out front right now with a 1.6 second lead. So he has been able to manage this gap. Let's take a ride on board and see what kind of car he's dealing with. He mentioned it. He was feeling pretty loose earlier for him in stage 1. And that's when the sun was out the most. So if he's loose now, we expect him to tighten up as the run goes on. Making a great move right now. 78 laps into this race. Michael Yarrow still working on Dustin German, trying the outside lane now. He wasn't doing that earlier. Gonna get some momentum here out of turn 2. And then he has that draft as well, so we'll see what he can get down to before stage 2 ends. Kyle Munson in P7. He's been about a 5th place car all day, give or take a few spots, so not a bad run for sure, but has just got to find something to get to the front and contend with Jerry West. There it is, stage 2 is over. Michael Yarrow trying to make that last minute move there against Sturman, but could not make it happen. But Jerry West is yet again your stage 2 winner here at Homestead. Awesome job so far in that 000 car for Jerry West. Looking extremely solid today, very quick and very good on the short runs, but also the long runs too especially. We're going to see, again, a lot of green flag racing today, which we have seen. And right now, he is looking exceptionally fast and clearly the favorite to win the championship as of right now. But again, hey, still more than half the race to go. A lot can happen. P2 is Dustin German, Michael Yarrow in P3. Kyle Heath, 4th place, and then Zach Deuscher in P5. So a couple new players here in the top 5, Michael Yarrow being one of them. Looking very fast. Kyle Heath up 11 spots as well. So a lot of fast guys rising to the top. But here in lap 81, we have reached the stage 2 conclusion. So right now, we're going to let these guys pit real quick, and we'll see how they come out. But if you're Jerry West, we talked to him a second ago at the end of stage 1. He felt very confident. He was surprised he got the pole. He wasn't normally, the kind of guy to just kind of go, out for it, right? To try and get that stage or that pole. But he did it. And then stage 1, stage 2, just really, really fast, able to just make it work. And right now he's doing that. So right now 4 tires, full of fuel, and then off they go right here. Nobody's going to take any risks just yet, maybe. You see Michael Yarrow come out in P2, so had a very quick pit stop. Everyone taking the access road back onto the racetrack, so looking very, very good. Folks, we're going to come right back. We're going to go thank our sponsors, and then we will come back and talk to somebody. Maybe not Jerry West. Maybe we'll talk to Michael Yarrow and see what he's got up his sleeve here today. We'll come right back. All right, folks, we are back for the championship race here at Homestead Miami Speedway for the Sim Racing Unleashed Xfinity Series under the yellow flag for the Stage 2 conclusion. So we're going to go back green here for the remainder of the race. No more stages. Next flag will be the checker flag, minus any yellow flags. So right now, Michael Yarrow in P2. We're going to try and sneak him in here, see if we can talk to him. Man, he is looking very, very quick right now, and I think has definitely a contention to get this win, if not a top 3. So let's go and try and see if we can sneak him on down here. Here he is. Hey, Michael, it's Steve in the booth, man. You got me? Hey, Michael, it's Steve in the booth, man. You got me? Alrighty, I guess we don't. All good. Well, then who else do we bring in? That's the question. Who do we bring in? Kyle Munson? Yes, that is the answer. Kyle Munson. Let's sneak it down here before we go green real quick. Hey, Kyle, man. It's Steve in the booth, man. You got me?
Hey, Mario. What's up?
Hey, dude. Hey, I mean, obviously right now looking very good. Top 5 for you so far. What's it going to take, man, to get yourself in contention with Jerry West to the front? What's that car missing? What do you need to do here quick before we go stage?
We just needed to rotate more, about mid-corner off, and just pretty much keep the rear end under it on exit. So that's kind of where I'm lacking right now.
All right, buddy. Hey,
It's
man.
getting better, though.
Love to hear that, man. Good luck rest of the way.
All right, thanks, buddy.
All right, there he is. Kyle Munson at the last second. Trying to bring him in. We're going back green, though. Having a good time here at the championship race. Green flag in the air. And Jerry West takes us back under green. Very solid job. 3 wide in the back, though. Kyle Munson, 3 wide. Needs that car to rotate, like he said. It is getting better. That's a great thing for him. Might be bad news there for Jerry West, but look at this. Zach Rongas right there on the outside trying to make a move. Looking very, very fast. Brandon Sheets in the back here, right, as well. These guys battling pretty hardcore right here. Mike Chamberlain. but that fight for the top 5 is not going away anytime soon. Michael Yarrow started P2 right there. He has fallen back quite a bit. Right now in P6. He did not have a good restart right there for him. Take a look on board real quick. Right behind Kyle Munson. Seems a bit ginger on that throttle, so I'm not sure if he's had some super loose conditions, but as you can see, lap 88, sun's going down. Track will be lit in just a moment. We're going to be under full dark conditions here in just a second. Moonlight is on its way. And right now, Michael Yarrow looking pretty good. Zach Deuscher in 3rd place. But again, so far, no one's been able to really contend with Jerry West. I mean, we've seen Dustin German get to him. We've seen Deuscher get to him. But they can't pass him. They can't get to him, right? Just goes to show that Jerry West is just locking this thing down, doing everything he has to do to make it happen. Zach, though, trying to sneak his way in down low, below Dustin German. He might have him right here. Has a pretty decent exit, gets down low, sneaks it down low right there in turn 1, and takes away P2 from Dustin German. Very good job right there. Let's take a look back real quick at the other championship contenders. Jim Kommelsberger right now in P14. In that Hess number 11, looking pretty solid right now. Has gained a few more spots, but 14th place. Again, not going to quite cut it. Just doesn't seem like he has that car necessarily to make it happen. So we'll see what he has. If we get another yellow, we'll definitely try and talk to Kommelsberger and John Held to see what their cars are doing and what they need to get themselves into contention. John Held not too far away either in that number 17 car in 12th place. So these guys, again, John Held, Kommelsberger, not having the races they necessarily wanted to have so far. So we will see. Zach Rongit's looking very strong in P4. Look at this. Jerry West is actually getting chased by Zach Deuscher. So Zach might have learned something in that stage 1 when he was behind Jerry West. And here he is. He is gaining pretty quick on him. Down low, we're going to see our first battle for the lead here. All race long. Jerry West in the outside lane. Zach Deuscher down low. He's trying to challenge him. I'll tell you what, one thing we can't forget about is clean air. If Zach gets out into this clean air, what does he have for this field? Very strong run right here for him, but keep in mind, Jerry West in P1, as dominant as he has been so far, he doesn't need to win this race. All he has to do is finish ahead of the other 3 championship drivers. So for him, right, don't get it so much in your head that you got to win the race, and then you burn your tires off, you mess your strategy up, right? All you have to do is manage that gap at this point to Kyle Munson, and you will be the champion. It's all about that long run, right? The long play, the big picture. Kyle Munson actually making a move here. Dustin German on the outside sneaks his way on by. Dustin German not looking as strong right now as he did earlier, so not sure what's going on there. Maybe holding onto some tires and some tire strat right there. Even fuel. Fuel we will see come to be an issue as well. But lap 95, we are quickly approaching the halfway point of this championship race. And Dustin German holding on to it. Zach Deutscher, though, right now at the line, had the lead. Can he complete it? Goes down low. Jerry West on the outside lane. Zach Deutscher will clear him. And we have a new leader for the first time here in this race. Power move right there for Deutscher. But this is the question. Now he's up front. Will we see him make a run? What will he do to secure himself? He's got the clean air now. So what kind of car does Deutscher have? Awesome run nonetheless. Right now on lap 33, Zach Rongich, P3 as well. Very fast car right there, that 38. Kyle Munson has moved it to 4th place. This is the highest spot he's been in this race. And we heard it a second ago, his car, he just needs the thing to just rotate a little bit more in the corners. And it's starting to do that, he said in his interview a second ago at the end of stage 2. So that's good news for him, and honestly, it's bad news for Jerry West. If Munson can get to Jerry West and duke this thing out, that's bad news. I think Kyle Munson, again, we mentioned it earlier, he's just one of those guys that just figures it out as the race goes, and he always sneaks on by. Absolutely the closer of this series. So we'll see what he can do here in the second half of this race. Lap 99, though, Zach Deutscher is your leader by about 0.3 of a second. Moving backwards a little bit, Mike Chamberlain. This pack right here, all fighting for top 15 spots. David Cassidy up front of him, too. Chris Spencer right now in P12, right in front of Kolmsberger. And then John Held. John Held and Kolmsberger have been around each other pretty much the entire race by about 1 or 2 spots. So these guys definitely competing around each other, but they got to find a way to get to the front. Woo! Kolmsberger, hold on. Give Spencer a little push right there in the corner. We got close, but Zach Deutscher going to come across the line right here. This is going to be the official halfway point of this championship race. And Zach Deutscher will be the leader at the halfway point. I'll tell you what, though. Dustin German, he's coming back. Fell back down to about 6th or 7th on that restart for the stage. But, man, right now he is back on the throttle. Kyle Munson on the outside still. Outside lane still working, but the more and more that those lights come on and this track goes under dark conditions, the track just cools down and the grip really kind of shifts. So the outside lane might still work for a passing lane, maybe, but the down low line, it looks better and better as we go. But nonetheless, a very good job. Either way, folks, right now, since we're past the halfway point of this race, let's go back to our infamous segment, the Bring the Noise segment, sponsored by Harpoon Design. Let's get it, man. Big thanks as always to Hurlbut Design for the Bring the Noise segment. Awesome job right there. Bunch of cars right here. Painted by Hurlbut Design, and especially Salyers right here. Look at that number 16 car. Woo. Hurlbut Design on the side, purple and black. Looking very, very sharp. So go and check him out, hurlbutdesign.com. Tell you what, he can paint iRacing cars. He can, man, I'll tell you, just does the best job I've ever seen. So go and check him out, and look, just look good. You know, looks very good. Jerry West right now up front still in P1, 0.3 of a second in front of Zach Deuscher. So very quick job right now. He found himself back around Zach Deuscher as we were in the Bring the Noise segment. Michael Yarrow back to P3. We saw him kind of fall off a second ago, or on the restart back to like 6th or 7th, just the same as Justin German. So these guys are finding themselves back up to the front. Kyle Munson was up to P4, but right now has fallen back just a little bit. So further in the back of the field, Danny Story, quick update on these guys. Danny Story right now in 19th place. Art in that 15 is being shown as 20th place. A couple drivers down a few laps. Jason Cavan is still on track, but again, he was involved in that incident earlier in the race. Looks pretty solid, though. Again, these drivers get those 2 fast repairs, and right now we haven't really seen many guys having any incidents, but yeah, as you see, Mark Koshik, Jason Cavani, 1 lap down, and that's it. Keith Hurlbut and John O'Brien, these guys are both on the lead lap, but a long way to go still. You need to get back to the front, find some speed, find some time. The yellow flag could definitely help. Oh, John O'Brien kisses that wall pretty hard in turn 1. Not good right there, but yeah, Chiswick out of the race. Chris Pfaff also out of the race, and Larry Blair as well. So just an update for them. But Jerry West still up front, 0.6 of a lead right now. Robbie Darnell back up to P9. Again, we saw him earlier in the race spin out in turn 2. Right now looking very, very good in that goal. Oh, hold on now. We saw that front end kick out a bit. That car is still loose, it sounds like. Yeah, we can see him. I mean, definitely some loose conditions all around this track. He's a battle right here with one of our championship drivers, Tim Kummelsberger. P14. John Held as well, under fire from Brandon Sheets. Looking pretty solid. Lap 112, so we are winding this race down, folks. We are getting down there. Everyone watching, I do appreciate again, you being here. Thank you for the subscriptions, hitting that subscribe button, also the thumbs up button for the video. It actually helps quite a bit. We're getting closer and closer to our goal of 500 subs by the end of the year, and I'm pretty sure we're going to hit it. So thanks to you guys for making that happen. Man, right now we're getting closer and closer to the end of this championship and this season. And right now, who will win this championship? Jerry West out front. He is the #1 contender right now, looking very solid. Has led most of these laps, won the pole, won stage 1 and 2. And ironically, has never won a race this season yet. So can he do what he hasn't done? Is win a race, but also win this championship. He's looking very, very strong to do it. couple drivers who we know have speed. Kyle Heath right here in P7. Man, we saw him last week in Iowa just having one hell of a run. Very quick, got to the front quickly, and pretty much stayed there. Right now, though, P7 doesn't really show the speed that maybe he had earlier last week, but either way, a solid performance. Could just be pacing himself, too. Again, this is a long, long section of race right here that could go green the entire time. We might see green flag racing. You just never know. Right now, though, this race has been very clean. So far, a very good time. Zach Rongich, Dustin Drummond, P4 and 5. Rongich still holding on to the outside lane. We're seeing a lot of these guys drift downward now because the track is flipping up. He's still making it work. Oh! Couldn't really tell who that was. I think it was Cliff Ashley. Yeah, Cliff Ashley had a moment there to turn 2. Got real loose. Almost spun it just like Robbie Darnell did earlier. But he keeps it going. Jason Kavanagh comes down pit road. Ooh, big damage on the right side, man. What happened there? He uses that second fast repair. Takes the 4 tires and fuel, and off he's going to go. But, man, that's a hard hit for him. Not sure what happened there. Keith Hurlbut back in 21st place still. Had some speed earlier on. Was up in the front. Top 6, I believe, at one point. But, man, just not sure what's going on here. But 21st place. Trying to hold on to it. Here's a battle right here. Chris Spencer. Down low of Robbie Darnell. And Brandon Sheets. Again, Robbie, we saw him pretty fast earlier on. Right now he's back in P11. So he has to regain some spots that he had earlier. But, man, he's looking pretty sharp as well. Kyle Heath back to the front. And this gap, a second ago, was about 7/10 of a second lead. But now it's closing the gap a little bit. Jerry West still out in front. Kyle Munson, however, is still in P6. Kyle Heath right there. Incredible job so far by these guys to stay green this entire time. Cliff Ashley getting around Kolmsberger here. That 11 car got a little squirrely right there on top line. Right now, making it work. At this point, 80 laps to go in this race. Kolmsberger, man, he just needs, not a miracle per se, but he needs a yellow to definitely get himself back into this race. Fresh set of tires, just something, right? Just to get him back to that top 5 or top 10 to be able to compete. Right now, not making it work. John Held, though, he has found something. He is right now back up to P9. This is the highest he's been in this race, so he has found something in that Ford Mustang. He's looking pretty good. He's definitely showing some speed. About to catch Salyers right here in just a minute. So a very fast number 17 machine right there. Looking to get to the front. And he's not too far back from Kyle Munson, about 4 seconds. Have a battle for the change right here for P5. Rongish and Heath. And there's that move right there. John Held side by side to Salyers. Makes that move right there down low. So he's moving himself back up to P8. So here comes John Held right now, late into this race, making a good move. Tell you what, one caution away or one really good green flag pit stop, and John Held might be there. Plenty of race to go still. Do not count out John Held at this point. Look at this. Mike Liero. We saw him earlier in stage 2, man. He has that long run car for sure. Zach Deutscher in P2. He led some laps. And we saw that Jerry West can be passed. But he fell off just a little bit. But Mike Yarrow, man, on those tires, he has just figured out a way to be quick on the long run. Car looks very, very smooth down low. So we'll see what Mike Yarrow can do here. 1.1 seconds back. They lost some time when they were battling right there for P2, but Mike might find himself in contention here for this win. Very strong move. John Held looking solid still. Kyle Munson might be under fire here by Rongage in just a second. But nonetheless, a great job for these guys. Mark Kasha comes down pit road right here in 23rd place. Early pit stop, but hey, you know what? This could be an undercut. You never know. Sometimes fresh tires, that car might just be feeling too bad, and this could definitely set himself up for a good run. So we'll see how that works. Kevin Roy and Brandon Sheets looking pretty good right there. Jeff Gilmore, David Cassidy. Cassidy's been pretty quick lately. Unfortunately today, not having the best race of his life, but Homestead is definitely a tricky place to try and race. Danny Story and Keith Hurlbut. Hurlbut passing him right there. That's for 20th place on lap 127. This battle's still raging on. Sheets and Roy side by side now. Kolmsberger up against Chamberlain. P15 right now for Kolmsberger, but trying to get to that top 14 spot. Looking very solid so far. Up front though, Jerry West holding on to that P1. Michael Yarrow, he passed Zach Deutscher a second ago for P2, but has not gained on him. 1.4 seconds back, so he's actually lost 0.3 of a second to Jerry West since passing Deutscher. So a very interesting move right there. A lot of these guys still holding on. The whole field is spread out pretty wild right now. But this is what happens. Green flag racing. The cars get spread out. And then once green flag pit stops start, that's when the field gets even more spread out. But when that happens, a chance for a yellow can always happen because you have fast cars coming out of pit road that have fresh tires, and then you have slow drivers on older tires who are still on track. So we might see a yellow flag then, potentially. But if the pit stop cycles go clean, then I've got a feeling this race will go green the entire way. Knock on wood. I'll tell you what, if you're Jerry West, you 100% want to see this race go green the entire way. You have found yourself in P1. Jerry West, again, has not won a race this season, but has been coming very, very close to doing so. The man on lap 130 has led most of these laps, won stage 1 and 2, won the pole. All he has to do is win that championship, and he will solidify himself into SRU Xfinity Series history. Looking very good in that 00. So right now on lap 131, let's go and take a quick Race Day Live non-stop break. We'll go and thank our channel sponsors, and then we'll come right back. Alrighty, welcome back, folks. We are back to the championship race here at Homestead Miami Speedway. The sun is setting here at the track, but also for the season. And right now we are about 65 laps away from finding out who will be the champion of the SRU Xfinity Series. Man, Jerry West is just putting on an absolute performance. Starting to pass lap down cars. John O'Brien right down there on the inside lane. Looking very good so far. So through the field, let's go through the field here on lap 135. We'll go in reverse order. So a quick update, Jason Adams, Larry Blair, Chris Pfaff, and Robert Chiswick are all out of the race. So we're not going to see them on track right now. Jason Cavany is on the track. He is finding himself right now in P24. So he has actually been involved in a couple of wrecks himself. None that necessarily brought out cautions, but his car has been pretty well beat up. So right now he is in that 24th spot. Mark Koshik right now in 23rd place. Having a pretty decent run right here on the high lane. Again, that sun going down. The track is under the lights right now, so seeing where these guys run, definitely cool to see. But that 33 car making his way up to the front. Art right now, Art Milne on pit road currently. Bit of a short pit right there, so we'll see how he ends up doing that. Looking very good right there in 22nd place. John O'Brien. Again, not having the race he wants to, but hey, P21 right now. A long way to go to get there. Danny Story, we've seen him kind of up and down today. Right now, he finds himself in 20th place. Seemed pretty slow there on that corner, so tires definitely might be gone. This is a long green flag run, folks, so this these guys are definitely screaming to get their tires changed. This is not a fun situation. Jeff Gilmore right now comes around. He started really well, but he's down 14 spots, so long run speed on that car does not look like it's where he wants it to be. David Cassidy actually come down pit road now as well, so we're going to start to see green flag stops, folks, just a few laps from now. Jeff Gilmore, Keith Hurlbut. Here he is, Carthage. 19th, number 19 right there. Looking pretty good. 17th. Cliff Ashley. We've seen Cliff have some moments in this race. Got pretty loose a little bit in stage 2. But right now looks pretty decent, holding on to 16th place. Just needs that little bit to get to that front. Jim Kolmsberger, though, this is one of your Championship 4 contenders. But it's hard to see because he hasn't really had the race he's wanted to, man, right? I mean, right now in P15, down 4 spots from where he started P11. But not looking too bad. Cars kept clean. You know, all the fenders are on it, but man, just hasn't had the speed that he's wanted to. But hey, at the end of the day, if he doesn't win this championship, he's still got to the Championship 4, and that's hard to do. So this is a huge accomplishment for him. You know, next season can definitely be, you know, another goal to get to him, but great showing out for him for sure right now. Hey, one caution changes the game, right? That'll get him on fresher tires, maybe get him to the front. You never know. So we'll see how that unfolds. Brandon Sheets coming down pit road. He was next in line. So we'll see him come down and service his car and get those tires. Robbie Darnell right now in P12. We saw him have an incident in stage 1 where he got real loose. I believe bounced off John O'Brien and then ended up getting spun out. But no, Dan Trim comes down pit road actually right now. Ooh! Oh no! Crashes into the pit wall! Oh man! Right in front of a couple drivers right here. Has to get underway. Man, right in front of Chamberlain right there. Oh no, horrible, horrible luck for him right there. Hurlbut missing the whole right front of that wheel. Man, riding on board too. Commentator's curse. Not good. Jerry West coming down right here. A lot of drivers right now coming down pit road as we're going through the field. So we'll skip that for just a second. And we'll take a look at all these pit stops right now. Zach Deutscher to the lead. But Jerry West, your leader, has come down pit road. What does he do here? 4 tires and fuel. Left side's going up, so it is a 4-tire call. Zach Deutscher now comes down pit road as well. These pit stops, folks, are huge. This could determine how this race plays out. Do not speed here. Get to your pit box. Get out quickly. You cannot afford a mistake. Everyone coming out of pit road right now looking very good. Dustin German comes out. Jerry West already gone. Clean pit stop for him. Everyone else, 4 tires, 2 tires. Who gambles though? Who gambles and takes 2 tires? If anybody. That could be the play. If you're desperate, you never know. Austin Salyers comes down pit road right now, led that 1 lap, so he gets that extra point. But here he comes down here with that Harpoon design machine. Looking very solid today. Jerry West, though, after pit stops conclude, he should be given that P1 spot yet again. So here he comes around. Salyers in pit road, but Jerry West going to take over that lead once more. Clean pit stop. That's the name of the game right there on lap 145. About to pass Jeff Gilmore here to put him a lap down. But green flag pit stops, folks, are pretty much done. So that is it. Great clean job for these guys. Jerry West, though, out front by 1.8 seconds. 55 laps to go here at Homestead. I'll tell you what, that's exactly what Jerry West needed right there. It was a clean green flag pit stop. You come down, take your 4 tires and fuel, don't speed, you get out of the pit road just right, and then you set sail. And right now, with a 2.2 second lead, this is what he wants. If you're Jerry West, you want this race to go green the entire way. Because right now, your next contender, Kyle Munson, here he is, 9.6 seconds back of you. He's not going to catch him just based on tires or speed alone, because Jerry has the same tires, same new tires. So if you're Kyle Munson, you are praying for a caution at this point to get this field back close together and tight packed. But a P2 here in the championship is a great run for sure, but man, you just, knowing how fast Kyle is, he knows he's fast, has just got to find himself a little bit. Kyle Heath, though, through those green flag pit stops, found himself in P3. Had a very fast pit stop right there, but also very fast himself. So looking very strong right there for him. And then Mike Yarrow again, second place. We've known him to be and have that long run speed, so we might be able to find himself back to the front. 2.5 seconds back of Jerry West, but we'll see how that works as far as tracking him down. John O'Brien comes down pit road, so here he is, topping off his pit right there. Justin German, Kyle Munson right now pretty well close together. 50 laps to go, folks. Lap 150 out of this Hannah Hurlbut Memorial Championship race. We are winding this thing down very quickly. And again, for an update, Jeff Gilmore back here as well, finds himself in that 18th spot, 1 lap down. So if a caution comes out, he will be that lucky dog. Jerry West right now tracking down these lap down cars. Next in line is Robbie Darnell. Oh man, John O'Brien on the front stretch gets wrecked right here. Unbelievable, no caution comes out. Man, he was backwards on the front stretch right there. Let's go back and take a look if we can. Just real quick. Take a look at this. Gets real loose on the turn 4 and tries to save it. Does save it, but man, just loops it right here. Oh man. Yeah, that white line right there is off the track. It's down by the apron, so luckily no caution came out. But man, if you're if you're Kyle Munson, you are punching the air right now. You wanted to see that caution so bad, but it did not come out on lap 152. Tough break right there for John O'Brien, but man, that could have been very interesting right there for sure. Jerry West gets around these guys and right now about to track down that back of the lead lap, 2.3 seconds ahead of Michael Yarrow. Closest battle on track right now is between Chris Spencer and John Held. John Held's pretty close to him. John Held getting around Danny Story. So Story right now a lap down. Solid jobs right now all around. Zach Deutscher, 3rd place. Under fire just a bit from Kyle Heath. Trying to catch him. And as you can see out of the windshield of Kyle Heath, we're entering the twilight zone of the night. Sun is setting, but it's not quite pitch black yet. But we are just about to be there. The lap 155, 45 laps remain. Kyle Munson right now is still holding on to 8 seconds behind Jerry West. He's gained a little bit actually. But it's just such a huge gap to gain within 55 or 45 laps. I don't know that he can do it, which is why that John O'Brien spinning out right there, that could have been a huge moment for this championship hunt. Austin Sires right here, Kevin Roy right behind him. This is for P11 and 12. You can see a lot of these guys still choosing to stay up high. Sires, though, still wants that low line. A view from the stands right here. Very cool shot. Jerry West coming around the line right here for lap 158. And a 2-second deficit between him and Michael Yarrow. So Mike is catching up very, very slowly. Can he catch him right now? Look at this battle right here, man. A lot going on. Chris Spencer, John Held. John Helmer now kind of in desperation mode with 40 laps to go. Got to get to the front right now. You're 14 seconds back. But man, that 17 car Might have something for Chris Spencer right here for P13, but I'm sorry, P8. But a solid run so far. And this is the magic, folks, of green flag pit stops, is that the entire field gets spread out. And right now we're seeing that. A lot of these guys, single file all the way through. There's not really a situation that's super close. Rongich and Dustin German here. This is getting pretty close right here for P6. German going down low right there. And then Kyle Munson up high. This is a battle here for top 5 spots. Let's watch this battle unfold right here. This could be huge. Kyle Munson right now in P5. Having a great run right here late. 8 seconds back. He's pretty much maintained that gap between him and Jerry West. So, but again, just not quite have enough to get to him. So far, Kyle Munson getting the best of these guys, looking very, very good. Zach Doyster, 3rd place, but Michael Yarrow has cut down the lead yet again a little bit. It's really not a whole lot, but it's 1.9 seconds now. He is gaining on Jerry West, but it's really not a whole lot. So we'll see how these guys can try and catch up again. Like we've said earlier, one caution changes everything. And we almost had one there with John O'Brien, but right now, not quite. Jason Cavaney back on pit road yet again. Don't see any tires going onto that car, so it looks like this is unscheduled for sure. So, unfortunately for him. Keith Hurlbut having a good recovery day right now in 15th place currently. Was pretty well down in the pack, but man, he has found something. P15, not a bad spot right now to be in. Still a long way to go. 35 laps remaining here for this championship race for the SRU Xfinity Series. Man, Chris Spencer up 10 spots right now. Zach Rongich ahead of him, up 12 spots. So a lot of these guys doing pretty good right now. Kyle Heath, oh man, off the track, out of the race. Let's go back and figure out what happened there. For Kyle Heath, oh, uh-oh. Let's go take a look at that. Oh man, Kyle Heath. Ah, no, what happened there? Try and go back one more time and find out. He's already in the wall there, so what happened? There we go. This might explain it real quick. We'll go back live in just a second, but this was huge. This was for a top 5 spot, so this will open up one more spot here for Kyle Heath, for Munson. Yeah, tough. Just a tough break overall for him, man. But out of the race. But caution flag is out as we come back from watching the replay of Kyle Heath. Oh, no. Yellow flag is out on lap 167. We saw Kyle Heath get around right there on the front stretch and then go down into the grass. But that did not bring up the caution. The caution, it looks like, came out for John O'Brien. So John O'Brien right here, up high. Looking very, very slow. And then way down on track here. It doesn't look like he gets loose. Let's find out right here. Yeah, this is... He takes the access road here. Doesn't show that he crashed. Huh. Yeah, this is super odd. I'm not sure what brought up the yellow per se, because we don't see him sideways or, we don't see him around at all. And here he is right here on pit road, so... Man, very, very weird. We go to the moment of where it came out for yellow, and it shows us this moment right here. So it looks like when he was taking that corner, it might have registered him as sideways on the track. And that's what brought out the yellow, even though this is technically not a part of the oval track. So that is interesting. We'll go back a little bit. Let's see if we can find out if John maybe... Yeah, see, like right here, he's really in rough shape. Yeah, definitely an odd situation right there for sure. So, either way, second caution of the day for incident. And right now, this is just not what Jerry West wanted to see. If you're Kyle Munson, tell you what, this is everything you wanted to see. So, we'll see what this means for a lot of these guys here in just a second. But man, lap 169, we'll go back green around lap 171, give or take. So just under 30 laps to go for this championship race. Unbelievable. We saw John O'Brien spin out and wreck, basically, on the front stretch, maybe 20, 30 laps ago. And we thought maybe that would be a caution right there, but it wasn't. But then this one right here, this changes the game for a lot of these guys. If you're Kyle Munson right here, you absolutely wanted to see this. John Held, Kolmelsberger, this is exactly what you wanted. But right now, Jerry West, again, even on restarts, we've seen him be really, really quick. So this will matter a lot to depend on who will win this championship with 30 laps to go. Pace car is still yellow, and Barney the Flag Man still has that yellow flag in the air. So let's real quick go and thank our sponsors, and we'll come right back. All right, folks, lap 170 for the Hannah Hurlbut Memorial Championship race. And this is going to get interesting real quick. Jerry West has won the pole, has won the first two stages, and has absolutely been the most dominant driver in this championship race so far. So we'll see what he has here as the pace car lights are off. We're going back green. Kyle Munson is right there in that secondary lane. What can Kyle Munson do on this restart with 30 laps to go? Fresh tires, full of fuel. It all comes down to this. Jerry West comes down to the Geico restart zone. We are back green with 30 laps to go here in the championship race. Jerry West gets a great restart again, down low. Kyle Munson, though, if you're right there, what do? You have to kind of force it right here. Great job right here. Jerry West still down low. Lots of drivers right here. Man, Dustin German gets loose right there to turn 3, turn 4. There they come. Jerry West, he's been good on restarts all day long. He's thinking to himself, could this be the last one right here? Some contact. John Held. John Held making a move here. Top 6 right now. The highest he's been all race long. Can he get to the front? Oh, Chris Bender a little loose right there to turn 4. Hold on to it. Great job so far. Jerry West still holding on to that front run. Zach Deutscher in second place. Kyle Munson up to fourth place, trying to get around. Trying what he can to get to Jerry West. Right now it shoots down low to Dustin German. Can he get around him? Not quite yet. Michael Yarrow still on pit road. This is unfortunate. He had a great run so far this race. Top 3 car for sure on speed. Man, Kyle Munson gets blocked right there by Dustin German. That right there is the teammate work that we thought would happen. Yellow flag is out again for the 3rd time. Robbie Darnell looks like he has spun out. There he is on the front stretch. Oh, man. Tough break right there. Let's go back and take a look what happened. Oh, man. Coming out of turn 4. Just comes across the nose there of Brandon Sheets, I believe. And around he goes. Yeah, I think Robbie might have just thought maybe he was clear, or maybe, you know, Sheets wasn't as close to where he was right there, but yeah, huge, yeah, just big unfortunate wreck right there for him. But that'll bring in a 3rd caution. Hey, cautions breed cautions right now. And for a championship race, this is to be expected, but our 5th caution, our 3rd for incident, and Jerry West right now still leads us off. So again, still a long way to go in this race. But what do? Do you come down? Do you take tires? Look at this. A couple of drivers faking it. Sayers comes down pit road. Take some tires. Brendan Sheets going to come down pit road. It's 24 laps to go, though. It's hard to pass here, but with fresh tires, you can really make it work. So these guys, hey, you know what? Why not? Come down. You'll be on fresher tires by a little bit. You never know. With 24 laps to go, a great time to go and thank our sponsors once more, since it is under yellow flag. We'll come right back, folks. Welcome back to the Hannah Hurlbut Memorial Championship race. Right now, we are under yellow for the 5th time. 3rd time for caution. We've had 2 stages that count towards the yellows. So right now, Jerry West is still out front in P1. Pace car light's still on the car, so we're going to go back green. Should be next time by, but a lap and a half away. So we are getting there, but 23 laps to go. We'll go green with about 21 laps to go. So tell you what, cautions breed cautions, and we saw 2 close ones right there. And right now, this is going to get dicey. Jerry West out front, but Kyle Munson within striking distance. Going to start again in that secondary lane. And then John Held up to P6. So we see Jerry West out front like he has been all race long. But Kyle Munson and John Held have seen, or really are where they are the highest this entire race. So we'll definitely see what they can do. Jim Kummelsberger has well found himself into that top 10. So these championship drivers have found themselves into much better spots than they were the rest of the race. So what can they do to get themselves into contention? Jerry West has been just, quite frankly, unbeatable today. So can he pull through, get his first win perhaps, but more importantly, that championship? We're about to find out here within 21 laps. Very, very impressive run so far for Jerry West. On the outside lane, though, Zach Deutscher. So we're getting close and closer and closer to the finale of this race. It's been a fantastic season so far, and we're about to see a fantastic ending here at Homestead Miami Speedway. Here we go. Pace car going to be turning down, taking that hard left turn. Jerry West leads the field once more. 21 laps to go here in this race. Green flag out. Here we go. A great jump right there for Jerry West. Kyle Munson, though, in the outside lane, trying to get what he can to the outside. Gonna get pushed by John Held here. His competitor for the championship. Kyle Munson gets a great run on the outside lane. Can he get a 2-for-1 here with Justin German? Not quite so far. $20 laps to go here. What can Kyle Munson and John Held do here to get to the front? Kummelsberger was about to go 3 laps, or three wide right there. Avoided it. Salyer is right behind him, has those fresher tires. Spencer gets loose right there on the outside lane, holds on to it. Great job. Close racing right now. Kyle Munson in 5th place. Gonna get passed down low there by Rongich. But then John Held on the move too. Look at him. Give a tap right there to Zach Rongich in that 38. Man, incredible job so far. Kyle Munson is not going away right there on the outside. Oh, contact right there with Rongich. Hard into the wall for Munson. And then big wreck here for Zach Rongich into the inside wall. And then John Held as well, also involved. Huge wreck right here for John Held, championship contender. Oh, no. No yellow flag is out in the air. That car is wrecked. We stay green, but Zach Rongich is back into the pits. John Held is absolutely smashed up. That will end his championship hopes right there. Oh, my word. Unfortunate. No yellow on the track. Crashes right into the barriers for the pit road. Blows the engine. And that'll be it. We'll have to tow his way back to the pits. Unfortunate, but the race still goes on. Jerry West out front in P1. 2/10 of a second lead up against Zach Deutscher. Kyle Munson unfortunately falls back all the way to P10 after that. Again, him and Rongic collided right there. And then Zach Rongic collected John Held, and that was it for them. No caution. But that seemingly ends the championship hunt for Kyle Munson and for John Held. That damage, but also the time set back, that is not what they wanted to see. And that could be it. Kolmsberger finds himself, though, in P7. He was a 15th place car all day so far. And here he is in the top 7 right here. Could he sneak this one out? Car looks nice and clean, but Jerry West still up front, 15 laps to go. That damage suffered by Kyle Munson will definitely affect that handling of the car, as we see Keith Hurlbut passing him right now. Super unfortunate, but look at this. Austin Salyers had those fresh tires and is up to P4. Those tires aren't that much newer than these guys around them. Maybe 5 or 6 laps, maybe a little more. But look at this, has a great run for P4. Might find himself sneaking his way onto the podium here. But more importantly, Jerry West with a 3-second lead over Kolmsberger for the championship. Again, Jerry West, I can promise you, wants to win this race, to win his first of the season. But he, more importantly, wants to win that championship. And right now, he is 3 seconds over his next competitor for that, with Zach Deutscher behind him. 12 laps remaining. Unfortunately, John Held still in the pits. So that'll be it for his championship bid, unfortunately. David Cassidy comes back to the front. Look at him. Man, him and Kolmsberger were back. I'm telling you, even Chamberlain right there in P8. These guys were 15th through 20th for majority of the race earlier, and now they find themselves in that top 10. So an incredible run for these guys. All 3 of them, really, at the end of this race. So a great job. Kyle Munson still doing what he can right there in P12. Again, has that right side damage. Probably doesn't have enough to get to the end. He'll need a caution here. He'll need to come down, take that fast repair, and hope the 4 tires can make it work. Chris Spencer finds himself back to the front as well. Again, a lot of these guys didn't have great races earlier on, but yet here they are. Jerry West with a 0.7 of a second lead. He is running away from this thing and is 10 laps away from being a champion. So Austin Salyers comes into P3. He is absolutely flying right now on those tires. 9 laps to go. He's going to catch Deutscher right here. Ooh, maybe, if he holds on to it out of turn 2 there. That's right on board. Salyers, he is just flying through this field in that 16 car. Looking very good right now. Back through the field. This fight right here is still brewing. Kolmsberger up to P7 right now, but under fire. Look at this, Mike Chamberlain, Kevin Roy. A lot of these guys trying to fight for every spot they can. Again, a lot of these guys still trying to fight for those points to get themselves as high as they can. Even though 4 drivers are going for that championship, a lot of these guys are going for that top 5, that 5th spot in the points. And this battle right here is just intense. Look at this. Chamberlain got real close to that back bumper. Kolmesberger, man. So far, looking pretty good, though. Six laps to go in this race. It has come down to this. Markachik riding that wall right there. We just saw that. Again, John Held in the pits right now, unfortunately. Kyle Munson in P11 after suffering damage. A huge wreck that didn't bring out a caution between him, Rongich, and John Held. That seemingly ended his hopes for a championship. But then Kolmesberger, after all that, found himself in front of all of those guys in P8. So Jim Kolmesberger looking the best out of most of these guys at the end of this race. Very, very solid performance. Austin Salyers right now is still in that 3rd spot with the fresher tires. Brandon Sheets catching him a little bit. Trying to track down P2 of Zach Deuscher. This is getting close right here. Who will be on that podium? Salyers will catch him for sure, but can he pass him? Deuscher's a very hard driver to pass. And we're seeing it. But right now, Jerry West out front as usual all race long. 3 laps to go. Does not want to see a caution flag come out. He wants to see that white flag. Because when the white flag waves, that's it. Next flag will end the race. And Jerry West is 2 laps away. Almost 2 seconds of a lead right here. Salyers right there up against Deuscher. Can he catch him? Sheets, though, makes the move down low. Salyers about to try and make that as well. Very, very close battle for P2 here. Incredible job. But right now, all eyes are on Jerry West as he comes across the line for the white flag sponsored by Sim Motion. Jerry West, man, all season long. Incredible season. Multiple P2s and P3s. Multiple poles. Has had such a great season so far. But today has been the culmination of everything that's gone right for him this whole season. Won the pole. Won stage 1. Won stage 2. Has led the most laps. But then right now it comes around turn 3. And then now turn 4. And Jerry West is your champion of the Sim Racing Unleashed Xfinity Series. Jerry West is your champion. Absolutely incredible job here for Jerry West. Like we said, I mean, just the whole season has been just going so well. 2nd place, 3rd place, always the bridesmaid. But today he finds himself in the winner's circle for the first time, but also a first-time champion in this series. Absolutely incredible job right there. Jerry West is going to be burning this thing down. We talked to him after stage 1, and he felt pretty good about it. But he will now end this race and burn this car down as a champion in the SRU, the Sim Racing Unleashed. There he is, your champion today of the Xfinity Series for the SRU. Jerry West walks away with the championship trophy and the winner's trophy here at Homestead. We're going to come right back. Your top 3, by the way, Jerry West, Austin Sellers with an amazing run at the end, and then Brandon Sheets for P3. So we'll come back. We'll talk to your top 3. We'll talk to your champion. We'll come right back, folks. All right, folks, we are back for the Hannah Hurlbut Memorial Championship race for the Sim Racing Unleashed Xfinity Series. And at Homestead Miami Speedway, Jerry West is your champion, has won the race and the championship in an absolute dominating fashion. Let's bring him up real quick. Normally we go 3-1 as far as interviews, but right now, let's get our champion in here immediately. Jerry West, man, we talked to you a second ago at stage 1. But right now, you end the race as a champion and as a first-time winner this season. Man, how's it feel?
Yeah, it feels good, man. A lot of seconds. We gave up a lot of wins during the season, and we just held our head down. Kept showing up, giving it our best each and every week. And Merrick really pushed us there towards it. But as I told him, man, I wasn't really racing for a championship when I first come in because I didn't want to start off on the wrong foot with these guys. I just wanted to come in and race and have some fun. So that's what we did this season, man. We just kind of raced and had fun. And, it led to a lot of good finishes. But when I found out about Hannah, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go do this for her. And that's what this race was for me. And that's really all it comes down to, man. I wanted to get this win for her.
Yes, sir, and you did it for sure, man. Just absolutely dominating fashion. We said it in the race in the white flag lap, man. Just always the bridesmaid, right? P2 all the time, P3, right? Couldn't quite get that win. But, man, today was the culmination of everything that went right for you this season. You won the pole, you won the stages, you won the race, and you won the championship. So you did it all today, man. In that kind of like reverse paint scheme, I think I noticed, right? Bit of an invert paint scheme for today. Normally it's black, I think, right?
Yeah, we wanted to switch it up for the last race of the season.
Yeah.
And add the things that we had to. But we was going to throw some stuff on there for Hannah, but we just didn't have enough time on our off time to do so. So sorry I wasn't able to do that, man. But I hope that this makes them proud. Like that's really my only motivating force was to do it for her. So yeah, man, and I'm glad that we did it. They definitely pushed us, all the boys behind us, Zach. I know there's a lot of guys back there, like my teammate Dustin, and there towards the end, I know Austin come in and got some tires. So I'm burning up, man. I worked my butt off for this one, but I'm glad I did it because of why I did it.
Yes, sir, man. Awesome job again. Hey, go ahead and thank your sponsors, your friends, family, whatever you have. And, man, go celebrate.
Yeah, first of all, shout out to Hannah and the family, and all the things that go along with that. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. But after that, the league, of course, because we wouldn't be here without them, and you for putting on all these great broadcasts we can go back and watch. Of course, anybody that's out there watching, man, this really makes me want to do better. So thank you guys for coming out and watching. And my teammates over at Smoke Show Racing, Dustin, Chris, and all the boys back at the shop that didn't show up tonight. SRTV's on the hood of this thing. Glad I could get a championship for them. Maybe they won't drop me. So, I'm feeling pretty good about it, Steve, man. I hope it was a good show. I tried my best.
Yes, sir. Incredible as always, man. Good luck, or not good luck. You won. But hey, go celebrate, man. Have a good night. We'll see you next time.
All right, thank you, guys.
All right, there he is, Jerry West, your champion. An incredible run today, man, for him. Just an awesome job. Next, we're going to bring in Austin Salyers. See if we can sneak him on down here. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, here he is. Alrighty, here he is, Austin Salyers right now, bringing him in. P2, huge run for you, man. Came in, took the fresh tires at the end there and just set sail. So good race, man. How'd you do it?
Well, I knew at the end there I was watching everybody with 20 to go when we were under caution. I was watching everybody faking out the pits. And I was like, well, I got one set of tires left, and I hit the wall really hard before the caution came out. So I was like, maybe I had some damage, or maybe I could just use a fast pair and just get out and have fresh tires. And I think Brandon also got fresh tires. So me and him started 13th, 14th, and I don't know. My wheels were on fire. I can tell you that.
Awesome job, man. Hey, P2 is a pretty good job for you. Definitely a highlight of the race today for sure. So go ahead, man. Thank your sponsors real quick, and we'll get you out of here.
I want to thank Harpoon, the Harpoon developmental team. Thanking Brantley for letting me run these paint schemes that he makes me every week. SRU, just by far is one of the better leagues that I've been a part of, and I'm glad that sometimes I can hop in these Friday night Xfinity races, and definitely tonight was so much fun. The track changed so much, so I just had so much more fun towards the end there. I'm a night racer, not a day racer. But thanks for Harpoon Design and SRU for on a good show every Friday night, and that's all I got.
Awesome, man. Well, hey, go and celebrate, dude. Nice job, top two. We'll catch you next time, man.
See you next one.
Alrighty, there he is, Austin Salyers. Great job again for him, P2. And then P3, Brandon Sheets. Let's bring him in here, too. Incredible run for him. Here he is, Brandon Sheets with the third place finish today. Came on strong at the end, man, but looked very, very good. How'd you do it, dude?
Well, the misfortune of that last caution actually turned out to be a blessing. I came in, got my fat air, and got some fresh rubber, and I felt like I was on top of the world. So I got really confident with those 5 or 6 lap fresher tires.
Yeah, I mean, just awesome performance right there. I mean, yeah, you and Salyers were just moving at the end there. So yeah, that yellow, I mean, cautions breed cautions, but definitely felt pretty good. Talk to us real quick, if you can, about how the track felt throughout the race, and obviously the oval refresh update came out a couple days back. So how'd the impact work for you, do you think?
Well, it's actually been over a year since I've drove an Xfinity car, so I have no idea what the update has done. So I was just basically a student, basically the whole race, just trying to learn like what I needed to do. Like I used to run these. This used to be my primary car. Just haven't really raced them in a while. But the racing in this league was great, and good to see a good turnout for Keith. Our prayers are with him and his family. And I'm just happy I can make it out for support.
Yes, sir. Awesome job, man. Well, hey, P3 again. If you have any shout-outs, sponsors, friends, family, let us know.
I'll just shout out to SRU. They I gotta say, it's probably the best league out there, and I might be a little biased, but I think it's the best league out there. You doing this every week, appreciate you, and everybody watching, appreciate them.
Yes, sir. Well, awesome job, man. Again, P3, we'll let you go and celebrate. We'll see you next time, man. Good job.
Thank you.
Alrighty, there he is, Brandon Sheets in the P3. So a great job for him. An awesome finish for all these guys. Right now, we're going to bring in Keith Hurlbut. I'm going to talk to him real quick about just the impact of today's race and just all kinds of stuff that went along today and what this race really was all about. So let me try and get him down here real quick. I know obviously today was definitely just heavy-hearted, and so we'll bring him in real quick. Keith Hurlbut, hey man, bringing you in real quick in the booth right here. Talk to the fans in the stream right here. Great job today in the race, awesome performance, and obviously an awesome championship race. But talk to us a bit about what today's race was all about.
This was a race that SRU put on to kind of a memorial to my daughter. She passed away of juvenile diabetes back in 2020. She's only 12 years old, and we had no idea. It was kind of a shock, and so SRU's done a good job of supporting me, and I just appreciate them doing this. Appreciate Larry Blair setting it up in the beginning of the season, and then of course Jason Adams taking it over, and just appreciate them for what they do running this league and being supportive.
Yeah, man, it's just really hard to hear. I mean, as far as like the condition she had or whatnot, like, can you talk to people as far as like awareness stuff, like what, like I guess like maybe what happened, or how can we prevent this, or is it like an early detection thing, or how does that work?
One of the best ways is to just go get your kid tested. It's easy to do. All you gotta do is ask your doctor to get them a blood test to see if they have it. My daughter had no signs whatsoever until it was too late, and we could have caught it early with a simple blood test. So I encourage all parents to do that. I mean, there are some signs, being overly thirsty, just tired and lethargic all the time, and there wasn't a lot of that with my daughter, so it was kind of it was just a shock. But yeah, just a simple blood test could find it.
Yeah, man, just really hard to hear. I mean, at least for me and Race Day Live, I definitely thoughts and prayers to you, obviously. And I've got a daughter of my own and kids, and I just couldn't imagine. So we're definitely here for you, man. And obviously, whatever you need in the future or even now, just let us know for sure. But hey, either way, it's glad to see the SRU and just the whole league as a family, right? I mean, at the end of the day, we might bicker as drivers and hey, you spun me here, you did this, but at the end of the day, we're a brotherhood and we're here for you, man. So just wanted to bring you in here and just talk about that real quick and just let you know that we're all rooting for you and your family. So thanks for.
Oh, sorry. I was just going to say I appreciate you and the broadcast. You do a great job on Thursday nights. I haven't raced a whole lot on Thursday nights. I'm more of a cup guy, but I wasn't going to miss this one, of course. But again, just thank SRU, thank my SPR teammates. Good job to Brandon getting third. And again, it's just a great night, fun night.
Yes, sir. Well, all right, man. We'll let you go. Have a good night, man, and we'll see you next time.
All right, thanks.
Alrighty, folks, there he is, Keith Hurlbut. Just a tough race right there, but man, emotional as it is, but just it's a strong man for sure. I couldn't be that strong, I wouldn't think, but man, awesome job today either way. Big race. Jerry West comes out to be your champion of the SRU Xfinity Series. That's going to be it for us, folks. That's the season. Incredible time here for the SRU Xfinity Series all season long. Incredible racing, awesome jobs all around. Tell you what, I just couldn't be any happier to just broadcast an incredible series as this, right? It's a lot of fun, a lot of great guys. Like I called it a second ago, right? It's a brotherhood of all these drivers. Been a fantastic time. Listen, off season's coming up, right? It starts now, so go and hang out with your family, and go and enjoy Christmas. Hanukkah starts tonight. So for those of you who celebrate, so that's cool for y'all. But hey, Christmas coming up, New Year's, go and celebrate, go hang out with your family. And then, hey, start of the new year, we're going to go back racing. We're going to have a good time. So Race Day Live appreciates everybody here, appreciates the SRU. So if you don't mind, hit that sub button, hit the like button, just hit all the buttons, see what happens, right? But we appreciate you. We're getting closer and closer to 500 subs. So hey, closer we get to that, the closer we can get to providing more for you guys and better interactions for the stream. So that'll be it. My name's Steve Tucker. This is Race Day Live. This was the championship race for the SRU. Jerry West is your champion. We'll see you guys next time. Join us on next Tuesday, at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for the ASRA Cup Series second to last race, the round of 8 at Martinsville. It's always an incredible time there. A lot of fun, heated racing in the Next Gen Cup Series. Go and check us out, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But for now, folks, have a good night. We love you. Peace out.